Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with a P.E.K.K.A deck that never dies. For over 3 years, this P.E.K.K.A deck has stayed at the top of the ladder, overpowering even the strongest champion decks. With 2 win conditions, you have double the ways of dealing destructive finishing blows to your opponents and taking their towers. If your opponent's got Poison, Mother Witch, and great graveyard answers, then they're gonna have to deal with your Balloon. And if opponents have ample anti-air answers with Inferno Dragon, Phoenix, and Tornado, they're not gonna work well against the swarm of skeletons from your graveyard. No matter what win condition you use, you're gonna have Arrows, Bomber, and Dark Prince to clear a pathway for your opponent to lose. Removing all the bait and swarm cards to your skeletons and balloons can stack up the hits and secure you the win. This unique P.E.K.K.A deck has been one of the most dominant decks in the game for over 3 years. It's time to power through our opponents with multiple mischievous win conditions and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SIRTAG to make all the daily videos possible. A huge thanks to Scopely for sponsoring the video today. Star Trek Fleet Command is a free-to-play open-world MMO game, which will put your strategies and skills to the test and deliver an amazing immersive experience in a well-known universe with stunning graphics and a new Star Trek story in the Kelvin timeline. Enter a galaxy on the brink of war as the Federation, Klingon, and Romulan forces vie for control of the Alpha and Beta quadrants and discover an ancient secret that could tip the scales of power forever. As the commander of a starbase on the edge of civilized space, you can recruit iconic officers like James T. Kirk and Spock and build powerful ships including the Enterprise and the Klingon Bird of Prey. Star Trek Fleet Command is always adding new stuff with brand new officers, 30 new missions, and a brand new ship called the Defiant. And the Amazon App Store is absolutely overpowered in this game. You can get 20% off of in-app purchases, giving you way more value for what you spend. And it works in a ton of other games too. Download Star Trek Fleet Command using the link in the description of the video or in the pinned comment using the Amazon App Store. This guy's got the exclamation marks in his name. Is he excited to see me? He's giving me a thumbs up. Maybe he is. I don't know. He's going to go for a Goblin Gang in the back, so that is going to be one of those devious answers to counter all of our skeletons surrounding the tower. Graveyard does not do well into a lot of bait cards. So it's likely going to be a log bait deck after we see Prince and Goblin Gang. It doesn't seem like our Dark Prince is going to get out of this one alive, my dudes. Unfortunately, the Prince has got like a bigger lance or whatever. I don't know. He was able to hit the Dark Prince from a very far distance, and our Dark Prince wasn't able to get a shot off there. Seems kind of unfair. We can go in for arrows depending on what happens. I don't want to drop them too soon. Okay, definitely going to go and hit those minions if I can. Let's go. I hit every unit and hit nothing on the tower. And that was well worth it for me. If I can pull that back and keep the Electro Wizard alive. Yes! That's incredible. The P.E.K.K.A got 1 snack on the tower simply because of our quick reflexes and very fast decision making to keep the P.E.K.K.A on the tower and using the Electro Wizard still alive to guarantee that we could reset the tower so the P.E.K.K.A didn't die. Wow, that was awesome. So it looks like our opponent might not be running the deck that I thought he was running. He's got a Goblin Giant, so this is probably going to be double Prince with Goblin Giant instead of running some deck that I was more comfortable playing into, like Log Bait, since we've got Bomber, we've got Electro Wizard, you know, we've got double small spells with the arrows and also the Tornado. So this is going to be a little bit dicey for me. I need to probably go in for arrows here, and I don't know if I can kill this. Wait, can I activate King Tower against the Prince? I can, but at what cost? Everything? How much damage am I going to take right now, guys? This is terrible. Not a good vibe. So one of the few difficulties with our deck is you don't do so well into Prince, you don't do so well into Cannon Cart because you don't have that many distractions, right? So if you have a high damage single targeting card, that could be a problem for you. Generally, you're going to try to use your P.E.K.K.A to get away with it, but if you're playing against like Rascals or maybe like an influx of Princes coming at you, that's going to be a difficulty because there's going to be so many of those high damage dealing cards. So we'll see what happens here. I guess you can also use the Dark Prince's shield or maybe the Electro Wizard to stun your opponent's stuff. That does work. Okay, so his Goblin Gang is out of cycle. I think we take this opportunity and go in for our graveyard because the Dark Prince is going to cross the river. We have our Electro Wizard as well. Really good fireball on our opponents, unfortunately. Why is he such a good player? Why is he making me earn this victory right now? Great arrows for us, 3-for-3 trade, but we also damaged down Shrek. And that Bomber was fantastic, blowing all of his goblins to bits. And now I think we can get some sublime hits using our Balloon. I don't think he's necessarily going to be ready for this because we can Tornado on top of the Spear Goblins to finish it off immediately. And then we can go for a Dark Prince last second. We're going to have to Fireball, which is going to be a negative trade overall. When we drop Tornado, he drops Fireball. It's a -1 trade for him, and he gets blasted by the Balloon death damage. Wow, this is going to be a really spicy game. You can maybe go for like an Electro Wizard here to stun the Prince so then it doesn't get a charge off on anything important. But remember, he doesn't have Fireball in cycle, so there's no real reason for us to get worried about dropping our Electro Wizard there. Okay, never mind. He ended up going in for minions. Wait, with minions out of cycle, how is he expecting to deal with the Balloon? I don't think he can. So I'm going to drop my balloon a little bit further back. Then I'm going to go in for Dark Prince in front, so then we can guarantee that it's going to be tanking for the balloon. So the balloon is going to get fireballed for sure, but I need to kill the Spear Goblins. So then the balloon, even if it does get fireballed, it will stay alive. And then we can go for like an Electro Wizard here to stun both of his princes that are coming at us. And the balloon should win us the game. I'm not guaranteeing anything here, but it's looking pretty sublime for me. I'm going to go for our Graveyard. I'm going to arrows him down, and it's nice to have that direct source of damage. After you drop one win condition, you're already back to another one to guarantee you the W. So GG, well played, and it's nice blowing your house down, brother. You're gonna have Tornado and Arrows in the deck for double spell cycling to finish off the towers a bit faster. Yo, we got a game here. So first things first, we're just gonna wait for our opponent to make the first play. Don't like making the first play with this deck because it's super defensive. You're gonna get sublime counterpush with your P.E.K.K.A. And then after you defend with your P.E.K.K.A, you can throw either a Graveyard or a Balloon depending on what your opponent's answers are in cycle. So I'm just going to test the waters, going for our Dark Prince here. We've got an excessive amount of splash damage. I guess I'm going to go for arrows here as well, just to guarantee that we can do some nice damage to the Mighty Miner and also the Musketeer. And also hit the tower. So it's a 3-for-1 combo there for 3 elixir. Pretty good. All right, so whenever we see Mighty Miner and Musketeer, I think it's going to be Miner Poison with a fast mortar cycle. Or maybe Bomb Tower. I don't really know, but that's what I'm expecting. I think that's what his win condition is going to be. So what do? Do we go for a P.E.K.K.A in the back and just slow roll that? I think that could be a pretty good play because it's hard for him to punish us. I mean, hypothetically, he could go like Minor Wall Breakers on the right-hand side, but he's actually going to have Hog Rider with Ice Spirit. Wow. Was not expecting that, sir. So we're in a good spot because we can activate King Tower with the Hog Rider. Fortunately, the P.E.K.K.A does not kill the Hog Rider. Wow, I was looking at that. I was like, P.E.K.K.A, are you screwing me over right now? Are you really going to do me dirty? You're supposed to be playing on my side, on my team. Don't mess this up for me. We have a good thing going here. So I'm going to go for a Graveyard, and then I can go in for a Bomber. I'm hoping that the Mighty Miner retargets on the Skeletons, but I don't think the Mighty Miner is that stupid. Maybe the Mighty Miner will get 3-shot by the P.E.K.K.A? I think so. Yeah, that's pretty good. Musketeer does an insane amount of damage, so we are not able to stay alive with our P.E.K.K.A there. Got shredded like paper. Maybe we can go in for a Dark Prince to go and counter the Musketeer, and then force out some extra elixir that our opponent doesn't want to drop. Also, with the Musketeer out of cycle, I think we can test the waters with our Balloon and unveil our double win conditions. Most people are not really ready for that. He is going to go for a Musketeer again. I guess, hypothetically, you know, I could Tornado that to the other side. I don't know how smart this is. This might be the dumbest decision in my life. I could also take out his entire tower. I guess we're going to find out. How dumb or how smart is it? I mean, if the Musketeer was dead right now, and we could afford our Electro Wizard, it would be one of the best decisions of my life. Hypothetically, we did get a good trade out of it. It made the game a little bit more dynamic, too. We're currently sitting at 1,000 HP. Our homie's got 500. I can go for a Graveyard for direct damage on his tower as well, and notice he's got Mortar exactly as I said early on. It's almost as if I foresaw the future. All right, we're going to slow roll a P.E.K.K.A here because I know that the Dark Prince is going to get too close to the Mortar, and the Mortar will retarget onto our tower. And obviously, if I drop the P.E.K.K.A on top of the Mortar, it just wouldn't be able to kill it in time. So we got to roll with a Tornado so we can fully counter the Hog Rider. I guess I'm going to go for an Electro Wizard here as well, so the Mortar retargets onto that instead of my tower. Ooh, this is so spicy. He went in for Goblin, so that's a huge misplay on our opponent's end. I guess I can go for a Balloon and see if he goes in for a Mortar or something. If he doesn't, I think I can shut everything down with a Bomber and then a Tornado. I don't know. I think the Balloon's going to take tower. So if the Balloon just snags the tower and the Bomber secures the defense, we're chilling. We walk away with a win. A little bit of a spicy game at the end, but I'm glad we were able to stand firm with our P.E.K.K.A and Tornado on defense. If you play against Hog Rider and you've got P.E.K.K.A and Tornado, you're definitely going to have a huge matchup advantage. Despite our opponent having multiple ways of shutting down our Balloon, with an Ice Spirit, Musketeer, and Mortar to pull, we were still able to pull off the W. It's cool that we have the finishing power with Graveyard to get directly on the tower, because if we didn't go in for the Balloon there, I still would have been able to clutch up with 500 HP quite easily, going for a Graveyard and then arrowing away his Goblins. That spicy Tornado on the Musketeer seemed to put us in a precarious placement, but in the end, it ended up giving us a faster and more fun win. This guy finished 98 in the world. Oh my gosh, we have a huge challenge on our hands right now. He's going to go for a Bandit in the back, so I'm probably playing against another P.E.K.K.A player or a Bridge Band player at the very least. So we'll see what he's going to do. I want to go in for a Dark Prince here so the Bandit doesn't jump. Okay, so Bandit plus Phoenix. Not going to be Graveyard. Not going to be Electro Giant, right? So what are you running? It has to be P.E.K.K.A or Mega Knight. Oh, it's Mega Knight. Let's go, baby. We're dropping the P.E.K.K.A in the middle, and we're going to go and cook that Mega Knight fast. So we're going to go for an Electro Wizard as well, just to make sure that we can hopefully not give him too much spell value. We're going to stop it and drop it a little bit further away from our P.E.K.K.A so he's not able to hit everything with a Fireball or a Poison immediately. He might still do it. I mean, he's down a lot of elixir right now. Wait. Yo, if I arrow that, the P.E.K.K.A is going to stay alive, and then also we can pounce on top of the Prince. I might be able to go for a Graveyard as well, since he's going to be down a lot of elixir. Oh, man. I don't know how good that was. It depends how much Graveyard skeleton damage I get on the tower. It's not looking as good as we wanted it to be. I'm going to go Bomber at the river since we have all these skeletons stockpiling damage on the tower. They should be able to tank for the Bomber for a transient period of time as well. Okay, so I'm going to go in for a Dark Prince as well just to make sure that the Bandit doesn't dash into my tower. I think that's worth it. The Dark Prince is going to be really good when the Bandit's out of cycle as well because it seems like this Bandit is going to be his best answer to the Dark Prince. So without that in cycle, he's going to get a bad trade dropping the Miner, which is a card that he wants to drop on a win condition on my tower, right? If you can't drop a win condition on my tower for a couple cards, then you're not going to get any damage on me because a Mega Knight sure as heck is not breaking through my P.E.K.K.A. So I could slow roll P.E.K.K.A, but I don't think that's going to be our best bet. Dropping Electro Wizard is a high elixir cost card, but it's relatively safe because he'll probably cycle Phoenixes or anything else like that in the back. He does drop his Phoenix. Not too bad for us. I guess we can go for arrows on top of the Phoenix just to do some extra damage to it. There's a chance he drops more stuff at the river, though. This might be a really bad P.E.K.K.A. That was a terrible P.E.K.K.A. He's just going to die to the Phoenix right now. I feel so stupid for cycling that. We do kill the Prince, but at what cost? Probably my entire elixir bank right now. You know what? Maybe it wasn't that bad. What if we go in for a Bomber here, go in for a Dark Prince afterward, and then activate King Tower with the Mega Knight? I wonder if that works. Yes! Let's go! That was a perfect defense, guys. I didn't take any damage, really, and we activated King Tower. So my horrific failure, cycling the P.E.K.K.A at the river, was a setup for our staggering success on defense there. I think that it all worked out. Man, all good things do come around out here. Good karma. All right, we can go for arrows depending on what happens because I think he's going to drop his archers, which we can definitely arrow. I'm also able to stack up some value on the Mega Knight. Oh my gosh, is the Prince going to die? It's literally targeting skeletons instead of the Electro Wizard. That's horrible for him. Oh, that's so funny. All right, we're going to go Bomber in the back just because it's a pretty safe play. And then I'm going to go in for a Balloon with our Dark Prince most likely. No, I'm not going to do that. Be a dumb decision. I can't do that. I want to, but I know I can't. You know, you feel me, my guys? If you ever want to do something, you have to ask yourself, can you drop a Balloon into a Phoenix? That's a resounding no for me. I'm going to go for a P.E.K.K.A here because I want to be able to finish off his Prince, and I can go for a Graveyard. I think that with the Phoenix out of cycle, we can also maybe go in for the Balloon. So we'll see how this works. I'm going to roll with it, and we'll just figure out what happens here. Also, if he goes in for a Phoenix, we could potentially tornado it away. Dude, it's literally targeting the skeletons. He wasn't ready for the arrows. I think the Balloon is going to go and skyrocket our value to the moon, and we snag the tower. Wow, I still can't believe I was able to defend my tower and activate King Tower against that Mega Knight in that earlier defensive sequence. We were on track to lose that game in the worst possible way against Trackphion, and we bounced back. It's really nice knowing that this deck will keep me safe even if I make a horrendous misplay. Because Tornado, if you play it perfectly, it will pay off massively. We got a game against the King, and it's time to see what he's gonna fling. I want him to spam stuff into our units, but he's not doing that. Generally, our deck works really well in the later stages of the game since we have Tornado and we've got double win conditions. So I'm just going to chill, relax, and wait for our opponent to cycle the first card. Yo, this guy's going to go and cycle a Bard Barrel. So first things first, we're just going to go for an Electro Wizard, stun that thing real quick, and just see what he's up to. So Bard Barrel and also a Golden Boy. Almost 100% certainty that our opponent is going to be packing an Electro Giant deck. So if that's going to be the case, I got to go in for the Graveyard and not go in for my P.E.K.K.A because if I cycle my P.E.K.K.A, I could just lose to Electro Giant. Oh, it's going to be 3 Musketeers. A little bit worse for me, not going to lie. Because I don't have anything for Elixir Collector right now. So yeah, I wonder how I'm going to win this. I'm actually, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to make this happen, but it's looking really bad. If we go for a P.E.K.K.A on the top of the 2 Musketeers on the right-hand side, we can eat a lot of damage on the left-hand side and be a bit more okay with this. The P.E.K.K.A does one-shot all of the Musketeers, so this is fine for me. We go for Muskie real quick. We're going to drop our Electro Wizard behind our tower, and then I guess we could go for arrows, but that would just cost me too much Elixir, right? I wouldn't have anything for defense right now for this P.E.K.K.A, so I want to use like Tornado on top of the Musketeers, and then maybe Graveyard depending on what happens, because we still have the P.E.K.K.A at relatively full HP here. And then I can go for a Dark Prince to munch on top of his Musketeer and his Royal Ghost. Wait, is his E-Barbs going to die? Yes, let's go. We don't have to worry about the E-Barbs on the counter push at all. They're very low HP. Never mind, they're going to be behind on Ice Golem. Oh, come on, dude. Why is this game so annoying right now? I guess one of the major difficulties for this deck is if you play against people that end up having a win condition like 3 Musketeers that you need to have Fireball to kill. Okay, I guess, wait. We're just going to Tornado to the other side. Let's go, baby. You have literally no answer, and he's calling good game already. Let's freaking go. Despite this being at 10 wins at a Grand Challenge, we still slayed an impossible matchup. That's how overpowered Tornado can be. if you tornado units to the other side, and then if you balloon or graveyard your opponent in the other side and they have nothing left over, you're gonna roll them over and win the game, even in the most unlikely situation. All right, we got a game against Hansa from the Electro Boys clan. I would love to see an Electro Giant since I have Electro Wizard to stun it, and I've got P.E.K.K.A to melt it down fast. He's not going to be cycling a single thing. You know what, dude? I'm not going to wait around like I was before. I'm going to go for arrows and see what's up. I don't like waiting around because it's boring, you know? It is the best way of playing the deck, but it's not always the most fun. So I'm going to go for an Electro Wizard here because he ends up dropping a Dark Prince. It's the best way of stunning it. Pretty efficient trade for us overall. I'm going to go for my Dark Prince off to the side as well, just to guarantee that he's not able to splash onto our tower and hit the Electro Wizard. Wouldn't be worth it for me. Okay, I'm a Tornado here because I don't want the Dark Prince to actually hit any of the skeletons. I want the Dark Prince to go straight towards the tower, and that worked out so well for me. Great decision making because we eliminated the skeletons. He wasn't able to go in for the Witch in time because he was counting on the skeletons to be there. And when they weren't, well, he dug his own little graveyard with his own skeletons. All right, I think we can go for a P.E.K.K.A here because I believe that's going to target the Witch first. Wow, I got so lucky, honestly. I'm looking at the P.E.K.K.A right now. It was simply surrounded by skeletons, yet the P.E.K.K.A still decided to go and target the Witch first. Wow, I need to go and play the lottery or something because that is insane luck. All right, we can go in for a graveyard here since we have the P.E.K.K.A counter pushing, and I can guarantee that I'll get a good trade on top of the minions. I don't know if I'm going to hit anything else. Let's go! That worked out so well. Jeez, guys. I was hoping that we'd be able to hit another bait card, so I slightly delayed my arrows like a split second instead of just immediately doing them as soon as I see the minions. And we were able to catch the skeleton army as well. 1, 2, 3, 5. Dude, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to switch your tower HP, bro. That's not right. That's not clean. That's not pristine. All right, he's going to go for a Dark Prince. We're going to go and copy his tactics. We're going to go cheat off his own math homework here. I don't know if we should be cheating off a math homework that doesn't know how to count in chronological order out here, but who knows? Who knows? All right, we can go for a Tornado and go and pull the Witch directly into the Dark Prince and the Electro Wizard because we know he doesn't have Skeleton Army in cycle, so I think it's worth it. Please kill the Witch. Burn the Witch. Let's go, baby. Finishing off that Witch puts us in such a good position on defense. He has to go for arrows, and the Bomber still got a shot before it died. Okay. Okay, how are we going to make this happen? We know what's going to happen, right? He's going to probably go in for a Skeleton Army, and we want to Tornado it and hit the Dark Prince as well. If he doesn't, I'm super sad. I'm probably dead, actually. How am I supposed to stop this? All right, we can do this and then go for a Bomber. How did that not hit what it was supposed to? The Electro Wizard didn't stun what we wanted it to at all. It did not stun that Dark Prince. We got to go arrows, but we missed one of those minions. It's actually awful for me. We were able to go and finish that off, but how am I going to defend this? I don't think I can. I think I have to sack the tower and go Graveyard Balloon. The 10 seconds, can we take his tower as well? I think so, but can I stop him from 3-crowning me is the real question right now. The weirdest tower trade I've done in a while, but it worked out. He overspent on defense where I'm just able to go in for a Bomber and be okay. Wow, weird situation, but this shows you don't try to defend a hopeless tower that you know that you can't defend. Will he try to 3-crowd me with his Graveyard and Giant? I don't know. We'll see what he decides to do. Most people will try to go head first into the P.E.K.K.A, and it would be a really bad choice. That's what I want Mr. Electro Boy to do. Okay, no, he's going to go for the 3-crowd. That's a bit annoying. I guess I can Tornado this Giant backward, and then I can go for a Bomber on defense and have both of the towers focus on top of the Graveyard Skeletons, and then just go for arrows on top of the minions. Wait, he has like no elixir right now. How is he supposed to stop this? If we just go for a Dark Prince and melt the skeletons, maybe we can do enough damage here. What a weird position to be in. Jeez, we have 1,000 HP on our 3-crown. I guess I can eat some damage here. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best bet. I'm going to go for an Electro Wizard in the middle just in case he wants to go for a Giant or something crazy. And then I can probably go in for an aggressive play and go for a P.E.K.K.A and then follow up with a Balloon and just try to 3-crown him so that he can't go for a Giant on me. We know that he's going to try to go in for a Giant, but oh, he drops it on defense. Oh, wait, we can arrows here? I think the Balloon's going to lock on the tower because the Witch is targeting the P.E.K.K.A instead of the Balloon. We can go for Dark Prince in the middle so his King Tower targets the Dark Prince. The Balloon is not getting targeted by the King Tower. The Balloon might give us another shot. Please, load up the damage. Give me the W. I don't know if this is enough. I just need to go in for Tornado and then maybe arrows. Jeez, let's go, baby. That was one of the most clutch comebacks ever. I knew I had to sacrifice the tower for the greater good. And I'm so thankful that we were able to clean up that dirty Giant Graveyard player's towers in the final seconds. The Dark Prince's sublime sacrifice allowed us to tank for the Balloon for just long enough to get that second connection, granting us the quality comeback we all wanted. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.